I know it's been a few weeks since the last video I posted, and realistically my summer has just completely gotten away from me. I've been working full time. We were also trying to finish some household projects that were like way overdue, and all of that kind of coupled with my absolute garbage time management skills, it's where we are today. But I've been wanting to make this video for a while now, and it's been kind of eating away at me that I haven't filmed it yet, and I've just been really excited to make it. Initially I had planned to do a kind of why Supernatural is my favorite show ever video to kick off the kind of like fandom videos that I've been wanting to do, but I don't know, I just wanted to do this one first, so that's what we're going with. Many of you know, or many of you may not know actually, not only is it a television show going into season 14, but there's also a series of Supernatural, what they refer to as media tie-in novels or TV tie-in novels that are available. Right now there are 15 of these books available, and there's one more to be released I think at the end of October in this year, which I've already got on pre-order, so I can't wait to get it. But these books started, I think the first book was released in 2007, so 2 years after the TV show came out. I don't think that people give them the credit they deserve. I know that the show's creator, Eric Kripke, had said before that he didn't consider them canon, he considered them more fun fodder, but I don't think that's necessarily fair. As someone who has been a fan of the show for so long, I mean not since the very beginning, but not long after the show started, there didn't used to be a lot of merchandise out there like there is now. I mean really, it was quite limited. Honestly, I don't remember when Hot Topics started carrying the Supernatural merchandise, but if they had it around when I had originally gotten into the show, it was very, very limited. But of course, when I watched season 4, episode 18, I think, Monster at the End of this book, and they go to the bookstore and they find, it's pointed out to them that there is a series of Supernatural books detailing several of the episodes from season 1, written by Carver Edlund.
You're asking questions like the building's haunted. Like those guys from the books. What are they called? Supernatural. 2 guys use fake IDs with rock aliases, hunt down ghosts, demons, vampires. What are their names? Steve and Dirk? Sal and Dane?
Sam and Dean?
That's it.
You're saying this is a book?
Books. It was a series. Didn't sell a lot of copies, though. Kind of had more of an underground cult following. Let's see. Yeah. That's the first one, I think.
Supernatural by Carver Edlund. Along a lonely California highway, a mysterious woman in white lures men to their deaths.
Give me that. We're gonna need all the copies of Supernatural you got.
I thought to myself, there should be actual Supernatural book. Then I found out, hey, there's a series, and the first 3 books in the series were published by Harper Entertainment, which is, you know, a branch of HarperCollins. Now it is Titan Books, but this is all of them so far. Like I said, there's a 16th one that's coming out later this year. So the first 3, like I said, published by Harper Entertainment. Honestly, I can't remember if I had ordered them on Amazon or if I found them at a used bookstore. I've read the first 3, and then I've also read the next one. It's been such a while, like quite a few years since I read those, that like I'm gonna have to reread them. So I want this video to be kind of like the introduction to a series of videos that I do where I review each of these books, or maybe do a review of like a few books at a time because there are so many, and just kind of like talk about them, because I feel like the fandom really should appreciate these books more. If you hear yelling in the background, that's my son. He's playing Fortnite. I see these books as being more expanded universe or extended universe, which is really what they are. I mean, Star Trek has extended universe novelizations. Star Wars has extended universe novels. Oh, Doctor Who has extended universe novels. The first one is called Nevermore. And me, being a huge Edgar Allan Poe fan, was like, what? So Nevermore is dealing with a serial killer, and from what I remember, it obviously has a lot to do with Edgar Allan Poe. And I think there's like a scene set at like an Edgar Allan Poe museum or something. Like I said, I need to reread them. This was the first indication I knew that I was going to fall in love with these books. Second, each book is going to be written by a different author, which there are a few of the authors that write several of the books in the series, and you're going to find when you read them which of those authors really are your favorites, because some I feel capture the characters better, or some capture the atmosphere better. It's just part of it. They all have different writing skill sets. But one of my absolute favorites, he wrote the first two and the fourth, and so far I've loved these. But he wrote Nevermore, Bone Key, and Heart of the Dragon, and that's Keith R.A. DiCandido. I really feel like he has done a really good job with capturing the essence of Sam and Dean. When I read these, the thoughts and the comebacks, the conversations, I could actually hear them happening like I was watching an episode of the show. One of my other favorites is John Passarella, who wrote Night Terror, Rite of Passage, and Coldfire. I haven't read all of these. I think I had started reading Night Terror. John Passarella is a really talented horror writer. I know to expect in these, they're gonna be pretty scary. Actually, one of the first books I ever read by him, I read in high school, and my husband had actually introduced me to it, but it's a book called Wither. It's not in print anymore, but I was able to track one down at a used bookstore, and it scared the bejeebus out of me. It was terrifying. And honestly, now that I think about it, it really reminds me of the episode of Supernatural with the Striga. And so I thought that was really cool that book reminds me of that episode, and then he writes books for the series. I think that's really cool. A couple of the other books are written by one of the actual writers from the show, Rebecca Dessertine. I'm probably saying that wrong. She, like I said, was one of the writers. She was also one of Eric Kripke's assistants. So I thought that was really cool. And I know that a lot of people that have read these books, they say that War of the Suns is one of their favorites. I haven't read it yet, but I'm really excited to read it. I'll try not to leave any spoilers in those videos in case you really want to read these yourselves, which I do as a Supernatural fan. I highly recommend. I don't know, I don't understand if you're a really big fan why you would discredit these books so much. I mean, they're professionals. They really they have to do their research, and they really get into the minds and understand the atmosphere of the show itself. You again even have actual writers from the show. She wrote the episode Swap Meet. Whether you want to regard them as canon or not, that's really up to you. I mean, it really is. I don't think it's fair to in any form discredit them as just fodder. And of course I'm not throwing shade at Eric Kripke. Of course not. He's Chuck, he's given me my favorite show of all time. But that's my personal opinion. Why wouldn't you want to read them? It's giving you more. Again, it's an extended universe. It's giving you an expansion on what you already have. Some of them do tell you at the beginning of the book where in the show the book is supposed to take place. Some of them don't, but there are some that do, which I really like those. I really like the ones that say this takes place in season 5 between this episode and this episode, so you kind of have an idea of the time frame or what Sam and Dean are going through, what's happening around them as far as the actual show. So before I wrap this up, I guess I'll go through and show you each book in the series. And I just shuffled them around, so I think now they might be out of order. I've got to start numbering them. Unfortunately, they are not numbered on the outside, and the only way you can really tell the order other than looking it up online is by the release date because it gives you the month and the year. You have Nevermore, Bone Key, Witch's Canyon, Heart of the Dragon, The Unholy Cause, Coyote's Kiss, War of the Suns, One Year Gone, Night Terror, Rite of Passage, Fresh Meat, Carved in Flesh, Cold Fire, Mythmaker, and the last one, or the latest one to release, was The Usual Sacrifices. I'm gonna go through and read these, and so I think what I'll do is possibly review maybe 2 or 3 in each video. I don't know, you let me know down in the comments how you would like for me to break it up. Do you want me to do a couple in each video, or do you think I should do a video for each one? You guys let me know. What do you guys want to see? If you enjoyed this video, as usual, leave it a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you want to stick around for more content, be sure to hit that subscribe button because I'm not quite sure what my upload schedule is at the moment. Go ahead and hit that notification button so that you will be notified whenever I do upload a new video. And again, leave me a comment down below. You can comment really whatever you want, but let me know how you would like me to break down my review of each of the Supernatural media tie-ins, TV tie-ins, whatever you want to refer to them as, but Supernatural book series. So until next time, bye guys!